I'm proud to present the CRES Courage Awards tonight, and these awards recognize individuals, policymakers, and organizations for their leadership in response to climate change. This year, the CRES Courage Awards are conferred to 3 state legislators who are leaders that have enacted key structural reforms that combat adverse effects of climate change on Colorado's economy, air quality, and public health, our ecosystems, natural resources, and our quality of life. These leaders worked tirelessly to build public trust in their actions and embody the highest principles of leadership, including integrity, compassion, vision, and courage. And so CRES is proud to award Representatives Lisa Cutter, Senator Faith Winter, Representative Tracey Bernett with the CRES Courage Award. Now, unfortunately, Representatives Cutter and Senator Winter couldn't be here to accept their awards, but obviously Representative Bernett is here, and thank you very much, and if you have a few words for us.
Well, thank you so much. You guys, you are my people. And I'd have to say both Senator Winter and hopefully Senator Lisa Cutter are out hard on the campaign trail. So just keep them in mind and help them win. You know, I really like the last presentation because I was kind of taking notes. Okay, what is Colorado and what has Colorado done? And we've done a lot of these things. I'm just going to talk, you know, we've talked a lot about my bills, so I'm just going to tell a couple little stories about my bills. The first one, my very first bill, I'm a first-time representative. My very first bill was a gas demand-side management. And I remember I was talking to Leslie Lestrom and I was really excited about the bill because it's about the social cost of methane and putting that into statute. And as we got talking, Leslie was starting to explain the time value of money to me, and I went, yeah, I get it. Well, we became instant friends. So. Yeah, so that was really fun. But that was an important bill because 50% of the way, I was hoping we'd actually hear about 50% of what we're going to get to even net zero. I know that's an old term now. Net zero is energy efficiency. And so that was a really important bill to do. Another bill was the Clean Heat Plan, and that was first in the country. And when I was reading this bill, this is one that Senator Hansen put on. This is, if you think of gas demand side management and beneficial electrification, those are kind of the tools. But the thing that really overarches that in terms of decarbonizing buildings is a clean heat plan. And when I first looked at it, I'm actually a Harvard Business School graduate. I went, this is analyzing clean heat and how we do it from a Harvard Business School standpoint. So it was a really cool bill, first in the nation, and I was really glad to be on it. One other bill's Buy Clean Colorado. This is, we talked about the industrial processes, decarbonizing the steel and the concrete industries. That was my bill. It was to use cleaner, greener construction materials for our state-funded building and transportation projects. And my little story about that I always tell is that there it was. We had about 2 weeks left in session, and it was 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, and there was Representative Bernett talking about concrete. And I thought, oh my God, who is going to care about concrete? And so I'll tell you why. And it's because the processes used to create concrete and steel represent 14% of the total worldwide greenhouse gas emissions. And if cement, which is the glue that holds concrete together, we're a nation, it'd be the 3rd largest emitter of greenhouse gas emissions in the world. That's why you care about my concrete bill. So, and last year we also did some major funding for agrivoltaics and for green banks, things that really promote renewable energy generation. This year, the really heavy lift was building energy codes. We've heard enough about that one. But there was one little piece we haven't talked about. It also includes voluntary green codes. This is things like indoor air quality, embodied carbon, all those other things. You know, it's really hard for communities to develop these codes. And so by doing a lot of the heavy lifting at the state level, and this is voluntary, that those communities, like my community, Louisville, mothers, if they want to go beyond it, they can. And so I just wanted to bring that up. And of course, you heard a little bit about the microgrid roadmap. That was another bill that I really liked because it was bipartisan. Everybody was on board with that. But the story I'd like to tell about that was it's going to take 2 years to build out this roadmap. And I remember talking to a microgrid developer in California, and he said, no, we need this right away. Why is it taking 2 years to do it? And then he started telling me all the problems he's having getting his microgrids developed. And I said, that is why we have the roadmap. We need to figure out and break down the barriers and put in the statute and regulatory things to promote microgrids. So that's what I've done so far. And you guys really give me the energy to keep going. So, you know, I'm working at, you heard I talked about time of renewables. That's something I'm kind of munging around with. Another one is rock dust, biochar, things that we can do to improve the soil health, because that's another way to sequester carbon. I'm also thinking of how we can do more with embodied carbon. How can we green up the construction materials? But I have to say, I think there's two really big challenges we have here in Colorado. One of them is, we've talked about new buildings and electrifying new buildings, but buildings are still going to be the hardest thing to decarbonize. And I look at retrofitting existing buildings and how do we do that? And I'd like to tell you that I have talked to Elephant Energy already, and I talked to others. It's not necessarily a bill, but helping my community, Louisville, and it's going to be Superior as well, the whole Marshall Fire District. How can we build back green, but also how can we retrofit green into our buildings? And I think the other thing, this is one thing that is really near and dear to my heart. We can't just do the transition and help the transition for people who can afford Teslas. We need to bring everybody along. And that's people in disproportionately impacted communities, it's low income, but it's also the people whose current jobs are in fossil fuels and their communities. This is core to me. So I spent a lot of time talking to labor, to pipe fitters, to gas utilities. Gas utilities, what can you do forward? Clean, neighborhood clean heat. There's all these kind of things. And investing in those communities and helping them not only get off just one industry, fossil fuel, but how can we continue to help and diversify their economies? Agrivoltaics is a perfect one. So I just want you to know that is a very hard nut to crack. Colorado is one of the leaders. We put $15 million into our Just Transition office, but that's just a start. So anyway, thank you very much for this award, and yeah, that's it.
But I'm the current chair of the Colorado Renewable Energy Society Board. And first of all, I just want to thank you all for coming to this. This is the first time we've done this in quite a while, and to see so many faces here, old and new, is really, really inspirational and really rewarding for all the work we do as volunteers at the board level, with all the chapters, with the policy committee that Vince chairs. But special thanks to this group, to Amanda Graziak, to Leslie Glustrom. There's Vince, Martin Volker, Reed, and Ann Ross that really helped put this together. Martin did a ton of the work as the conference chair. And a special thank to our speakers. I know we still have at least one of our speakers here. Really just appreciate you all and the energy you bring and continue to really make this movement happen. It's really about you all, and I just hope that what we are is just the facilitator of what you do as individuals and in your community. So, thanks.
Thank you all for staying for such a long day, but we were so happy to do it, so thank you so much. It's been wonderful.
I'm sorry, and I forgot one thank you to Ron Larson, our co-founder, that
Ron actually co-founded not just CRES, but he also co-founded this chapter here of the JEFCO, Colorado Renewable Energy Society, was myself. And that was 8 years ago, so we're still going strong. And I have special thanks to say to Kyrie Baker, because she brought along students. Who would have thought that? That is a wish come true. Thank you. Because we need to engage younger people. And Scott King, wonderful work you're doing there. Okay. Thank you all.
Great job on your panel.